But in closing, here is the historic Rush Limbaugh piece from today. And I do again suggest you go to INFOWARS.com and watch the entire 15-minute segment and listen to it, because he really gives the whole background story of his awakening to this. And it's important to get that context. But in the interest of time, here's just a short clip of that compiled by our own Jakari Jackson.
There's a growing volume of new evidence from numerous sources in the Middle East, mostly affiliated with the Syrian opposition and its sponsors and supporters, that the August 21st, 2013 chemical strike in the Damascus suburbs was indeed a premeditated provocation. So we could be looking here at a frame job.
Well, that basically concludes this edition of InfoWars Nightly News. Great job of the crew and all of you out there that are subscribers to PrisonPlanet.tv and the Nightly News. You make all this possible. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your support. We couldn't do the historical things we're doing without you. When the main news show ends for TV viewers on PrisonPlanet.tv, and we have an expanded interview with Leanne McAdoo and a really interesting fellow on knowing your rights here in America. So that's coming up at the end of the news tonight. It's evenings like this that I do go home and you know, tuck my children in twice and basically kiss them on the forehead maybe 2 or 3 times, because we are on the verge of what could become World War III. World War III is beginning to start. That doesn't mean it has to happen. And we've had at least 3 other cases where World War III almost happened with the Russians. The problem is the West is not even negotiating with Russia. They're not even negotiating with al-Assad. They are not even trying to actually fix things. They want global crisis. And I look at the bankers that run the New World Order, like the former head of Goldman Sachs, John Corzine. They're mentally ill. They're very intelligent. They're in charge. They have criminal minds that burn with dominant desire. But they don't have wisdom. They have knowledge. They don't have wisdom. And they just are so used to always winning, they think they're invincible. And pride goes before a fall. Like Napoleon turning east into Russia, Hitler turning east into Russia. That's where empires really go to die. And if the Russians have shown anything for all their problems, they will not back down in the final equation. They've been backing down on incremental things for a long time. In fact, to properly quantify that from my study of history, the Russians will back down until they're cornered. But if you corner them, they will not let you just go ahead and completely dominate them. And the globalists have their underground bunkers, all of it. They think they're invincible. They're not. And John Corzine made 40-to-1 bets with other people's money and lost. And I guess he did the right thing because he's not facing criminal prosecution. And why do I bring that up so often? The only reason Bernie Madoff is in prison is because he stole $100 billion, roughly, of other elitist money. That's the only reason. If he would have stole from the general public, he'd have been fine. These people are out of control. They've got to run everything. That's why they want Agenda 21 here, to shut down all the industry that they don't control. They're mafia. And they're not going to stop. So many people think you appease bullies and that they're going to then somehow be nice to you. No. The bully goes for the guy that rolls over every time. Even if a bully's able to kick your butt, if you fight them hard, they're going to go, oh, that guy's trouble. I mean, I found raccoons in my garage. And I might be able to actually get a hold of one and kill one, but I'm going to have bites all over me, scratches all over me. That's why big dogs won't mess with a raccoon usually, because they know a raccoon will absolutely attack them. Free people will fight back. Slaves are slaves because they don't fight back, ladies and gentlemen. They roll over. They're intimidated. They give in. And we need to stop acting like slaves and realize how much trouble we're in, folks. And sections of the power structure that are not completely delusional and sociopathic or psychopathic, you can read the writing on the wall. You know history. The ruling class we've got is real bad. They're Nero-esque. They're Caligula-like. They're very Hitlerian. And those aren't just names I throw around. Study those figures and then look at the ruling class we have. If you study psychology and criminology, subconsciously, they still have human wiring, even though at higher brain functions, they're psychopathic or sociopathic, bare minimum. And so their subconscious wants to destroy them. Their subconscious wants them to be caught. Their subconscious wants them to commit suicide, basically. But at a conscious level, or even a spiritual level, the spirit driving them, the ghost in the machine manipulating them, if you believe in spirituality, you believe in God and the devil, the entities driving the bus don't care. They want to drive it over the edge of the cliff. But their basic human wiring wants them to get caught, to stop them. That's why they're so reckless. Because at a subconscious level, they think if they do crazier and crazier things, they'll get caught and stopped. And that may have worked 1,000 years ago. It doesn't work now because they got nuclear weapons. They must be stopped. We're going to have to stop them. All right, I've gone long enough. Please support us. Become PrisonPlanet.tv members. If you have a membership, 11 people can log in simultaneously with the same username passcode. Share that with friends and family. Have viewing parties. Get InfoWars magazine at cost in groups of 10 up to 100 in bulk, where we expose the authoritarianism of political correctness. Thou shalt not have any gods above the state. Or get a year subscription. Give it as gifts. Buy the ProPure water filters discounted with promo code WATER. Go to the Seed Center, the books, the T-shirts, the films. All of it is the best information, the best products at the best prices. And then it also funds our operation. So you're buying war bonds in the literal Republic defense system, the human defense system. That's what we are, is a small part of that. Picture the Liberty Movement as a composite eye, like a dragonfly's eye. Hundreds of these eyes. But imagine them as fists. All of us are fists fighting the globalists. And when you fund us, when you spread the word about what we're doing, when you support us, it allows us to do what we've been doing. So in the face of this tyranny, we're going in through and beyond. Say your prayers. Pray for peace. Pray for sanity. Pray for a reprieve, just like Nineveh got. But in the final equation, get yourself right with God, because we could see World War III, which we know then, if you believe the Bible, brings in Antichrist. This may just be a test for that, because there are many Antichrists that have the same model. They try to build the same system, just like a crustacean will create the same shell, or a species of spider will spin the same type of web. The globalists have the same signature. So if you truly understand the Bible, prophecy, but also history, you understand that tyrannies build the same model. It just gets more sophisticated, more evil each time. So we don't know if this is it, but it does follow the Bible exactly, because it's the devil and his plan with God with his plan. And again, if you don't believe in God, that's fine, but why is it all following exactly what the Bible said? Because there are more things going on in heaven and earth that are in all these yuppie, socialist, anti-human, transhuman, atheist stuff. There's a lot of going on that isn't in your Star Trek episodes, I will assure you. All right, that's it for this transmission. We'll see you back, Lord willing, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central, InfoWars Nightly News.
Now you can watch The Alex Jones Show live as it happens at Infowars.com/show.
You'll find links to all of our content there and a free 15-day trial for Prison Planet TV.
More than 60 movies and documentaries all in one place at Infowars.com/show.